People of the internet, my name is Johnny and welcome to what might be the final Secret of the Mimic news video. We are now 4 days away from the release of Five Nights at Freddy's Secret of the Mimic on June 13th. And so in today's video, we got brand new Mimic Monday teasers, brand new MCM Archive videos, brand new voice actors, brand new achievements. There is a lot of brand new Mimic news to talk about before the game comes out, so let's not waste any more time. If you haven't yet, scroll down, tickle that subscribe button because we will be playing the game when it comes out on the 13th. We'll be streaming it here live, getting all the secrets, getting all the endings. Subscribe, you really don't want to miss out on that. And so starting off with the teaser images, as you can see, this countdown's a bit outdated, but yesterday, Steel Studios released this 5-day countdown. It's in the same style as those 5-second countdowns at the start of the MCM Archive videos, those old-timey countdowns. But in classic FNaF fashion, if we brighten up the image, as you can see, we've got some brand new looks at the mascot costumes. You're able to make out the hedgehog, which a lot of people were kind of confusing for Chica, but that is the hedgehog. You can also see the elephant, as well as, I believe, one of the dogs. And also, it looks like they're being hung up on hooks instead of, like, hangers or anything normal. Looks like Edwin has them hanging up just right on some hooks. And then as I'm editing, Steel just released the 4-day countdown image. Brightening it up, it looks like we can see the early workings of the bee character that's in the swing. When I first saw this, I was really confused because I was like, what the heck is this character? But yeah, it looks to be the bee animatronic. I know we've gotten teasers in the past of like the making of the mascot costumes with the elephant. It looks like this is an early iteration, the beginning of the bee mascot character. Moving on now to one of the Mimic Monday teasers. This is a brand new look at the bee character that swings on the swings. And it says, swing bee honey, fun guaranteed, swing like a bee, made in the USA. And then also actually right at the top, people noticed that this company or this product, whatever it is, received a grade of a C+. And a theory right now that I actually quite like is that this isn't actually from Edwin, it isn't from Fazbear, it's an entirely separate company, and this bee character is just one of the mascots, one of the robots that the Costume Manor has made. Because remember, Edwin's Costume Manor isn't really a part of Fazbear's, it's its entirely separate thing, and it just makes costumes for various companies, one of which we're theorizing is Fazbear's. So I really like the idea that this bee character is kind of their own separate company, their own product, and it just so happens to be one of the mascots that the Costume Manor's made. But I would love to know your thoughts. We got one final Mimic Monday poster that was posted today, and it features everyone's favorite, boom, the mail bot. And it says, have a message for someone, I'll handle it for you, no need to leave your desk. We saw this guy in the gameplay trailer. He was also in the PAX West demo where he meets a very unfortunate end by the hands of Jackie. This guy, he sits at his desk, looks like he types up a message for you. Let's say you need to send a letter to someone, he'll type it up for you, he'll send it away, I guess. This is a brand new poster for the Mailbot. We've already seen him, so that's gonna do it for the Mimic Monday teasers. And now moving on to some teasers we got on Doco's latest charity stream. As you can see, the first one features the Clean Ovat, one of the characters that we're gonna look at in a quick second in the MCM Archive videos. But as you can see, we're able to pet him, which is absolutely adorable. There's a few other details around the environment that we're gonna talk about, but it looks like these guys, the Clean Ovats, are kind of like the Secret of the Mimic version of the Pat Pats, the wet floor bots from Security Breach. They're just going to be around, probably cleaning up a little bit, tidying up the plates for us. We're going to be able to walk up, give them a little pat. But then also, like I mentioned, there's a few other details in the background that we can make out, like one of Jackie's hands back here. Why exactly would Jackie's hand be back there? We can also see the MCM logo looks to be some sort of office desk right here. Well, that's because this appears to be kind of like a main hub area, as we can see from the second teaser from Doco's stream, featuring a brand new character, Mr. Helpful. What an absolutely dapper fellow. The name Mr. Helpful has led a lot of fans to theorize maybe this is like the first ever version of Helpy. Also, the purple accessories are kind of giving Fredbear, so maybe he's like a transition period between Fredbear and Freddy. I really have no idea. I'd love to know your thoughts. But he's in the middle of this room and he's popping out of this machine here, which we can see we're able to put our data diver into. And we can select the different versions of the security passes, pretty much, that we saw in one of the brand new posters. It's like basic, executive, admin, all that stuff. So we put our data diver in, we select our status of employment, basically, and then we push to talk, and we get to talk to Mr. Helpful. And I'd assume, based on what status, what level of employment we're at, we're able to go into some of these different showrooms. As we can see, we got two here, the Big Top Showroom and the Birthday Showroom. The Big Top Showroom is actually one that we kind of already saw at PAX West, you know, in that big security feed. But now we get a better look at it here, and obviously it is going to be the room for the brand new Music Man character. A lot of people are calling Maestro Music Man. Obviously, you got all of the sheet music wrapping around these pillars, but then obviously you got his big top hat here, his mustache, his, I forget what they're called, but like the horns that he has on his head. This is obviously where the new Music Man is going to be, and then the Birthday Showroom, as we can tell from not only Jackie's hands down here, but also Jackie's box. The Birthday Showroom is going to be where Jackie is. And also, right off to the side, we can see just barely the Cleanovac down here, the desk that we saw earlier. So yeah, it looks like this is kind of a main hub area, or at least an area where we can access different rooms based on what clearance we have available. And I'm sure we're also going to get new pieces of dialogue based on which one we have from Mr. Helpful. He also reminds me a lot of Jackie, the way he's like popping out of this box here with this long, kind of snake-like body. But yeah, those were the teasers we got on Doco's charity stream. I'd love to know what are your thoughts on the Cleanovac gameplay on this kind of main room area. And now let's move on to the two brand new MCM Archive videos that we got on the past couple Fridays. Starting off with the Cleanovac, this is the bot that we just saw gameplay of, giving him a little pat-pat. So let's see the MCM Archive for the character. Once again, we got the countdown here. Very exciting. Here we go.
Are you looking for the perfect vacuum cleaner? There are so many to choose from, but none of them fit every corner of your home.
Oh my gosh.
Introducing the brand new revolutionary advancement in vacuum technology, Murray's Marvelous Cleanovac.
We can always count on Murray.
Could a vacuum adjust its size to fit into hard-to-reach places. Patented Murray tech.
There we go, again with the adjusting size to fit different places. Look at him go. That's my Cleanovac right there.
To the smallest crumbs.
He's so baby. Look at him.
One size fits all. And what you really need most in a vacuum cleaner is friendship.
So
Your
true.
family will love the new addition. Mom, you won't have to leave the kitchen for the house to be spotless. And your kids
Murray?
will have a
Bit
friend
sexist
for
there.
life. Murray's Marvelous Cleanovac.
There's that model.
And make your family a happy one.
And then we get a little secret image at the end. But yeah, as you can see, once this MCM Archive came out, because this came out before Doco's stream, a lot of fans were like, that's so weird that they have a model of the character. Well, they have a model of the character because he's in the game. So as always, with these MCM Archive videos, let's quickly go through, try to find some secrets here. Obviously, I like to show off this first initial frame. It shows the brand new string of numbers tied to this particular tape. I still think we're going to find different MCM archives relating to different Murray Co. inventions throughout Secret of the Mimic, and we're going to be able to play them. Very similar to Security Breaches retro CDs, Help Wanted's, you know, glitchy tapes. So just like the past MCM archive videos, this one continues the trend of the inventions relating pretty much to the Mimic. As we can see here, the Cleanovac is able to adjust its size, its shape, to fit any hard-to-reach places, to fit any costume like the Mimic. It glitches out a little bit here. I still can't make out what this image in the background is. It's really hard to tell, but the big obvious teaser is this one here at the end, which shows the dog character. This is a character that we see pretty early on at the start of the gameplay trailer. It's the one with a party hat on. It's just one of the various costumes around the manor. Not sure if because there's a secret image of them, if they're going to be one of the costumes that the Mimic gets inside of, you know, that hunts us around as. But yeah, this is the secret image for the Cleanovac one, and now let's move on to probably my favorite MCM archive of the bunch, and that is the Mycelium Men, because we get our first big look at the brand new mushroom characters in the game. Here we go.
Bring the magic and whimsy of the Mycelium Men home with you today. It's the new musical Mycelium.
Look at my goat!
They repeat any song they hear or anything you say.
Once again. Let's hear it. Oh yeah.
It's like having your very own band or a friend.
Wow.
Collect them all and let them jam. Pretty groovy.
going on over there? Heard someone talking in the background there, but yeah, that was the Mycelium Men. I really like that one. I really like the art in it. I like the characters in it. I like the Mushroom Men. What can I say? Going through it now. This is the string of numbers tied to this tape. Let's move on. Let's get back to the Mycelium Men. My absolute goats. Jamming out. Having a good time. Looks like we got a green one. We got a red one. We got a blue one. And then we got a red one on the drums. I'm not sure if there's two red ones or maybe this one in red is just really talented.
They repeat it.
We can hear someone saying, I see you. That happens a lot throughout this tape is some character in the background, probably the Mimic, probably Jackie, saying various phrases. So obviously the thing with these guys is that they can mimic what they hear, mimic what they hear. You can hear them right there say, what's your name?
Collect them all
Once again, they're in the background there, mimicking what they're hearing.
and let them jam.
Yeah, so it does look like there's four.
Pretty
Can hear them say, you're my only friend again.
groovy.
Keep saying it, keep saying it. They're freaking out there. That is the Mycelium Men by Muriko. We can see the symbol right there. The new Mycelium Men. Batteries not included. And then that's actually going to do it for all of the MCM Archive videos. So now let's move on to some mystery boxes that creators were sent by Steel Wool. And as you can see, they were sent a lot of stuff. Starting off with the stuff at the bottom, we have a little squishy version of the Fazbear Entertainment van that we see in the gameplay trailer and also in the Help Wanted 2 update. You got some buttons here of various characters. We got some pretty good looks at some new art of Jackie, some brand new art of the Music Man character, couple stickers of, again, the van, some logos. We got the B character, the Cleanovac, some t-shirts here of the Steel Wool Studios logo, Dolly as well. Maybe they're going to be selling that one. That'd be really cool. We got a giant poster here of the key art of the game featuring Jackie. We got a little notepad over here for MCM. And then we move on to kind of the main appeal of these mystery packages. Starting off with these cards down here. We got some brand new renders of Jackie inside of their box, popping out of their box. Brand new render of Music Man on the ceiling, as well as a brand new render of Tiger Rock, who a lot of people are saying looks like he's in maybe a garage area, like a parking garage. Then we also have probably the main thing you noticed immediately, this bobblehead of Spring Bonnie, which did come included in a Secret of the Mimic mystery box. These were made by the very talented Regular Sauce, and it's led a lot of fans to theorize Spring Bonnie and Fredbear. Maybe we're going to get some hints to them in Secret of the Mimic. We've already seen some Fredbear's Family Diner posters in the gameplay trailer, so we already know that there are posters, but maybe, just maybe, we're going to see the characters themselves. And then finally, there was a letter from Murray's Costume Manor that was a letter of termination of employment, where pretty much it states, we're letting you go. This is all your junk from your workplace. It's signed by Edwin Murray, and then it goes on to promote the Digityper, a brand new invention from the Costume Manor. Alright, so that box was from John FNaF. Shout out John for getting fired. And then we also have one from Fusion, who also got fired. So pretty soon I'm going to be the only FNaF YouTuber left. And he got pretty much the same stuff that John got. However, he did get some brand new postcards. One of them of Jackie in the vent. You can see a bit of the updated lighting here in the postcard. Another one of the brand new Mycelium Men. And then lastly, the teaser image we got of all the characters in their kind of shipping crates. He also got the bobblehead. Dawko's confirmed that he's getting a mystery box. It sounds like there's about 10 going out to YouTubers. And I'm just gonna say, hey, Steel Wool, if you want to make it 11, I'll give you my address. And now let's move on to some brand new voice actors being added to FNaF Secret of the Mimic, because Steel Wool Studios officially revealed some. First up, we got Andy Field. Of course, he's coming back. He has to. He always comes back. We've already known that he's going to be in the game. We heard him in the gameplay trailer. Sounds like he's doing, yet again, another hand unit type character. Next up is Kellen Goff. Once again, another returning FNaF voice actor. He's voiced so many characters in the past. Of course, he's got to come back for Secret of the Mimic. That's also the case for Heather Masters, the voice of Baby. She did also voice the carnival nurse that we heard in Help Wanted 2, which a lot of fans are theorizing might actually be Dolly, the brand new character in the game. So maybe Heather's going to be voicing Dolly. Marta Svetic is also coming back. She's going to be voicing another redacted unknown character. Those are 4 voice actors that we are already very familiar with here as FNaF fans coming back for Secret of the Mimic. But now, Steel Wool has blessed us with 3 brand new voice actors joining the Fazbear crew. The first one is Taylor Meskimen, and actually, I'm going to go through them all right now because as you're gonna see, they're actually a real-life family. We got Jim Meskimen and also his wife, Tamra Meskimen. So we literally have a daughter, a father, and a mother. A literal family for Secret of the Mimic. A real-life family, which is really crazy, and also probably gives us a pretty good hint at who they're voice acting. So it only makes sense if this real-life family of 3 voiced a fictional family of 3, maybe consisting of Edwin, David, and Fiona. The Murray family. How amazing would that be? That'd be a really cool detail on Steel's part. I've seen some people theorize that it could also be Edwin, Fiona, and Jackie maybe. But I like the Murray family trio more. Also, women are oftentimes hired to voice younger characters, especially young boys. Like Marta here voices Gregory in Security Breach. So that's my guess. David, Edwin, Fiona. That'd be really cool. But now finally, let's talk about some of the achievements that we've seen for Secret of the Mimic. I'll put up a spoiler warning right now. This has been officially published on the Secret of the Mimic Epic Games store page, so it is public information. Steel, Epic Games, they all knew that this was going to be out there. It literally puts up a brand new tab. But I know some people don't want to see stuff like this, so if you want to stop watching right now, thanks for checking out the video. And as you can see, there are a total of 25 achievements. I believe we have 9 revealed so far. So the first one is going to be dental coverage. Knock out all the teeth in a single round of ball toss. So it looks like we got some various carnival games that we can play. We have executive permissions, get executive access to the MCM, or his costume manor. That was a pretty given one. I'd assume there's going to be different achievements and different milestones for getting the various, access granted for the data diver. Obtain all other achievements. That one's already in a lot of the FNaF games. Mail call, collect all text logs. I'd assume this is probably going to be something similar to the duffel bags, the messages that we get in Security Breach. Maybe different text logs, messages from previous MCM employees, maybe previous contractors for the company. Memorabilia, deposit every collectible into the inventory system. That's going to be very exciting. Not only do we have collectibles, we also have an inventory system. Non-zero chance, get jump scared. Again, this one's pretty much in every single FNaF game. Pew Pew, shoot a threat with a ball gun. I'd assume this is probably going to be something similar to Phaser Blast from Security Breach, where we play one of the carnival games, then at the end, when we beat it, we get access to the weapon that we use. And it sounds like we're probably able to shoot the animatronics to ward them away, or at least get them off our butt for a little bit. Again, like in Security Breach, you shoot the animatronics, they go, "Arr!" You flash the animatronics, they go, "Arr!" Technician, complete all repair tasks. This is probably the thing that we saw in the gameplay trailer. The various puzzles around the factory that we need to complete. We have a winner, get high scores in all carnival games. Again, we got more carnival games to play. And then everything else is a hidden achievement. But that is going to do it for the Secret of the Mimic video. Probably quite long. There's a lot of news to talk about, but we are in the home stretch. Again, we're going to be streaming the game once it comes out on the 13th. The second it's out, we're going to be playing it, so subscribe so you don't miss out on that. Thank you so much for watching this final news video on Secret of the Mimic, and I'll see you all on the flip side. Goodbye.